Hello, 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 and good evening, everybody. So, my name is Aisha Stearns, your Kingdom Financier, and I help small business owners who are making money in their business but don't know where their money is going. So, I show you where your money is going so that you can finally show a profit in your business. So, I want to thank everybody on today and welcome to episode two. And so, what episode two is going to be about is we're going to talk about going for it. So, this whole month is for dedicated to goals, right? And so I wanted to talk about goals in a sense of going for it, but continuing to go forward. Excuse me, continuing to go for your financial goals in your business, even when obstacles come. So we know in this thing called life is that it's inevitable for us to experience obstacles. Um, Nothing's going to go smoothly. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes, if we're kind of lucky, even though I don't believe in luck, but sometimes when we get lucky, things can go pretty smooth, but there are always obstacles that come our way. And how do we overcome them obstacles so it does not only hinder us, but it does not stop us from obtaining the goals in which that we have in our businesses. You can actually use these tips even in life goals or whatever the case may be. But what we're talking about is your financials when it comes specifically to your business, right? And so, what I have down here is that no matter where your journey leads, right? Stay focused on what you want in your business financially and keep your spirit up, keep it high so that it can bring you joy. And the key to a fulfilled business goal in which that you're trying to reach, right? That you are achieving your goal no matter what the obstacle is, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you 5 tips, right? 5 tips to continue doing for your goals, even when you have obstacles that come your way, right? So, what we're going to start off with is this. Okay, so what's the broadcast for today? Is going for it and achieving your financial goals regardless of the obstacles, right? So, what we're going to look at is number one of the tips in which that you can implement in your business, right? When it comes to your goals, right? Is that you know exactly what you're after in life. Not just knowing exactly what you're after in life, but knowing exactly what you're after in life when it comes to your goals within your business, right? Okay. So, what do I mean by that? Okay. What do I mean by that? Say, for instance, you want to hit the 6 figure mark, right? Some of us in our businesses have not hit the 6 figure mark, right? So, say your financial goal is okay, I want to hit the 6 figure mark in this year of 2022, right? So, ask yourself this right here: what do you want your business financials to be like? What does that look like when it comes to hitting six, excuse me, when it comes to hitting 6 figures in your business? First, you have to look at, what does that look like? Okay, what does 6 figures really look like? So I know a lot of us, some of us have done it last year, at the end of the quarter of last year. But when it comes to our profit goals, setting our profit goals in our business, right? So, have we looked at what we want our profits to be for the year of 2022? Okay. And once we get that number, then we go to how that looks like. So, since we're in a six figure example, what does that six figure look like? How are you going to obtain that six figure goal? You get what I'm saying? Let's break it down to months, or let's break it down to quarters, and then months, and then weeks, and then on a daily basis, right? So knowing exactly what you want in your business when it comes to your revenue, your top line, and then once all your expenses are paid, then it comes to your bottom line, which is your earnings and your profits. We have to know exactly what we are after. So I ask you this question, and this question is, what is it that you are looking for when it comes to your profits in your business? And once you get that visual that visualization, once you get that visual in your mind, keep that in the forefront of your mind, right? And know that's exactly what I want. And no matter what the obstacles that may come my way, I still keep that in the forefront of in the forefront of my mind. Okay. So, number one, how can we achieve our financial goals in our business despite the obstacles? Is knowing exactly what we want in our business when it obtains to our life. Okay. So let's look at the second one, right? The second one is keeping a list of your financial goals short and to the point. I like to say, keep your goals short and sweet. Okay. Short and sweet. Okay. So, what do I mean by that? So, we're in the six, let's go with the example again that we're, talking about, which is six figures, right? We have to know that not only did we put a number to it, right? So, I want to make $100,000 in my business. So let's be specific with the business, because our words have creative power, right? And so we want to be as clear and crisp and specific as possible. I am going to make $100,000 in my business beyond financial solutions in the year of 2022. Short and sweet and to the point. So we have a number, a specific number. We have a deadline in which we want to achieve it, right? And we have the specific business that we are targeting this word to. We have a specific business in which we are calling forth money, which is the spirit, right? We are calling forth money to come into that particular business and that amount of money, okay? So, again, when it comes to the financial goals in which that you're trying to hit in your business, make it short and sweet to the point. So when you are making your declarations in the morning, evening, noon, however you do it, that you're keeping it short and sweet and to the point, and you are targeting your words properly so they can do what they need to do. Okay. So the next tip, all right, and this is something again that is going to help you overcome them obstacles. So when you keep it short and sweet, you know what to say and you know what to do. So let's look at the third one, all right? This third tip right here that's going to help you overcome your obstacles when you're achieving your financial goals is infuse elements of achieving your financial goals into your everyday life, into your everyday business activities. Okay, what does that look like, right? You know the saying, you're going to eat, you're going to sleep, and you're going to breathe that in which you're after, right? And so this is the same thing as well. When it comes to your specific financial goal in which that you're trying to reach, right? So the six-figure mark, right? The 100K, right? So when you have that visual of the 100K, right? Let's look at it as, how am I going to make my everyday activities in that way, or in that direction of the 100K in which that I am trying, or that I am going to achieve when it comes to the financial goal, right? Okay. So what I have down here is eyesight, ear gate, and mouth gate, right? So it's imperative that we are making sure that we are aware of what we're seeing when it comes to the 100K in our business, what we are hearing when it comes to the 100K in our business, and what we are speaking when it comes to the 100K in our business, okay? And so when we infuse elements, so we have to pay attention to what we're watching, right? So um, I'm gonna give an example, like for instance, the prophet, the Profits. His name was Mark, and his last name starts with an L, right? So maybe that's a TV show in which that you can implement within your life, that you watch, that will cause you to pick up some of the things in the business arena when it comes to achieving your financial goals, right? When it comes to listening. So with the TV show, not only are you listening to Mark, that is has all this experience when it comes to the business industry. It doesn't matter what category of business it is. He knows what to do, and he knows how to elevate, and expand your business. So getting some knowledge and or some wisdom keys from him, right? And so not only are you looking because it's a TV show, but you're also listening as well, okay? Listening to how he does things and how he implements things, right? So that's something that you can infuse, a element that's being infused um, into your everyday life when it comes to achieving this 100K in your business. It can be books, so that goes with the eyes, because you're seeing the words. Some people do it by audio. It could go with the ears, because you're listening to the voice book, the audio book, right? But at the same time, it can be the mouth gate as well, because what's going in is also what's going out as well, right? So what are you feeding? What are you feeding your eyes and your mouth and your ear gate when it comes to you achieving this 100K in your business, right? And so for the people who already hit the 100K, it might be the 500,000 or the million, or or whatever the case may be. You get what I'm saying? So we have to eat, sleep, and breathe that thing, right? Always keeping it to the forefront of our mind, that this is the goal in which I am after, in making sure that not only am I always keeping it in the forefront of my mind, but as well as, how am I feeding that goal? Okay. How am I looking at it on a day to day basis? How am I hearing it on a day to day basis? And how am I speaking it on a day to day basis? Right. And so, what I have right here is that making your goals part of your everyday life in your business, so that even when um, it gets bumpy, right? These obstacles come. You're still having an everyday consistency with this goal being in the forefront of your mind. So you're keeping your eyes on what's really important to you. The obstacle comes, but what's more important? Is it the obstacle, or is it your 100K in which that you are going to achieve, right? So we have to make sure, and this is where we go into the next one, right? I believe it's the next one. Yes, it is the next one. We have to think and talk positively to ourselves. Now, I'm going to switch that up a little bit, right? We have to think the truth and we have to talk the truth when it comes to our businesses, right? Or business, right? And so again, what I said earlier is that our words have creative power, right? So everything starts with a thought. Everything starts with a seed, right? So when we look at this thought that is trying to be implanted into our mind, how are we processing that thought? Okay, that can potentially grow and be enrooted into our subconscious where things are stored, right? So we have to be careful of our thinking pattern. We have to be careful of what we are playing with. Are we playing with the thought of this obstacle that is trying to hinder and or stop the 100K from coming into your business? Because the way you think when it comes to the truth, instead of instead of um instead of receiving the facts, right? So the fact might be that, oh man, as the year goes by, right, and obstacles do come, and it seems like, okay, the key word is seems, it seems like that you're not going to hit the 100K in your business. But what did God say? Okay. What did Yah say? What did Father Yah say when it comes to your business? Okay. Because what we have to realize is that we get this thought, we get the truth. Let's say it like this: we get the truth. Okay. And say the truth is that Father Yah says you're going to hit the 100K mark in your business in the year 2022. All right, that's truth. Okay, because he is not a man that shall lie. It's impossible for him to lie. So if he said it, then it's a done deal. It's up under the finished work of it's up under the finished work of Yeshua the Christ, right? So it's already done. It's us that's walking through the journey in the process of us reaching the 100K, obtaining the 100K within our business, right? So we have to make sure that our thought pattern is surrounded by the truth in which Father Yah has spoken. And we have to come to the true realization that no matter what the facts say, no matter what the earthly realm sight that we see with our natural eye, we have to see spiritually of what has already been done. See what we're doing, and what we are doing is that we're saying, okay, I'm gonna try. Wrong word. Remember, your words have creative power. When Yah says something, it's already done. So we have to fix our mouths to the point to where, okay, I have made 100K in my business. Now, right now, you ain't made no 100K in your business. But because Yah said you made 100K in your business in 2022, and we're looking at the finished work, okay, it's already done. We have to speak into the atmosphere. We have to speak within ourselves. We have to speak to our business. We have to speak to our money and say, I've made 100K in my business. It just is what it is. And we have to make sure that we surround our mindset with the truth. And we have to make sure that we surround our mouth, our tongue, okay, because there's power in the tongue, with the truth. We speak only the truth. We ain't looking at the facts. We can give a hoot danny fool about the facts. We are speaking and we are looking at the truth. We are seeing that it's already done. Now it's easier said than done, but it takes practice, right? And so we have to get into our minds that it's already done. Okay, I might be repetitive, with my words, but at the same time, sometimes we don't get it the first time, and we have to hear it almost about 20 to 30 times. It's just like you reading a book. You read that book the first time, and then you go back and read that book the second time, and you'd be like, I know I read this book. I didn't see this here. It's the same book, it's the same words, but you didn't catch that. You get what I'm saying? And then when you read it for the third time, you learn something new. Now you didn't read it for the third time and you say, man, I didn't see this last time. It's the same book. It's the same words, okay? And so I have learned throughout the years that repetition is really good, okay? It's because that's just how our minds were created. You get what I'm saying? So, needless to say, we have to think and we have to speak and we have to declare with power and authority of what is the truth. Okay? All right. So, the last but not least, the fifth step, well, not a step, it's a tip that is going to help you overcome the obstacles that may hinder you or is trying to stop you from achieving your financial goal, in which y'all, okay, which is the truth. All right, which is y'all. Well, really, that's Yeshua, but anywho, same person to me. Is to reflect on your efforts in order to reinforce them. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Is that baby steps. When we see the expected end, the expected outcome of the 100K, right, a year in our business, we have to reflect on the small baby steps in which we have successfully achieved in order to get to that expected end, which is the financial goal, and reinforcing repetitively that baby step that is getting you to that goal, right? And so sometimes we want to take, there's nothing wrong with it. We want to take leaps and bounds and everything, and not noticing that if you're not able to take that big giant step, look at that small giant step in which that you have made, in which that you have stepped into, that's getting you closer to what is the truth in your business. Okay, so when that obstacle comes your way, you look at the small successes in which you have achieved, repetitiously reinforcing them and reflecting on that instead of reflecting on the obstacle. Okay, so the fact of the matter is that you did something instead of doing nothing. Okay, all right, so those are the 5 steps, the 5 tips. So those are the 5 tips that I wanted to give you all, because we're at the quote unquote beginning of the year, right? It's really March, but We're at the beginning of the year, right? And so we all pumped and everything when it comes to our goals. But then when life hits and when that obstacle comes and when that warfare get to getting, right? Do we do these things? I want you to keep these in the forefront of your mind. These 5 tips. When the obstacle comes, and it's going to come, it just is what it is. But it makes you stronger and it makes you wiser if you allow it. So when the obstacle comes, when the obstacle comes, know exactly what you are after. Make sure that you are short and sweet with your goal. Make sure that you are infusing elements to achieving your goal in your everyday life. When the obstacle comes, okay, make sure that you're thinking the truth and that you're speaking the truth always. Because remember, Father Yah cannot lie. He cannot lie, okay? It's impossible for him to lie. And number 5, reflecting on the efforts in order to reinforce them, being repetitious of the baby step, being consistent with it, and you are going to reach that financial goal in your business, okay? So know that you're after, so know what you're after, okay? And stay focused. Make your goal a part of your daily life and use the truth, okay? Acknowledge what you've done and keep moving forward, okay? So, I want to thank you all. Oh, all right. So, last but not least, I wanted to let you know that I do have a download. So this is a keepsake ebook, right? So if you go to www.ly/, keeping your books, right? And so what this is going to help you, this is going to help you as a small business owner to not make these particular mistakes that's keeping your business broke. We all know that we have to make sure that our books are in order, right? And so you all know what the IRS is doing and has done and how they're crackling down, on small business owners when it comes to not only audits, but when it comes to how we're handling our books on a day to day basis. So I want you to make sure that your books are in order and that you're not making these mistakes. This ebook is going to help you not make mistakes when it comes to your books so that you can make sure when tax time comes that your books are in order. All right. So, again, I want to thank you all for coming to the broadcast. If you're catching the replay, do hashtag replay and let me know that you did stop by so I can say hello to you. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you for liking, sharing, and also subscribing to this broadcast. Remember that I will be here every Thursday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, making sure that you as a small business owner is able to know where your money is going so that you can finally show a profit in your business, right? So I thank you for tuning in to the Profits Corner. That is PROFITS. I say that because I don't want y'all to think I'm saying profit, like the prophet Isaiah. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the profit, the money kind. Anywho, so again, I just want to thank you all for joining, and I will see y'all on next Thursday. Okay. All right. Take care. Bye.